Who would have thought the bin being the best view we've got? We've got a good angle for it.
Well, will do. Will do.
Okay, I think we'll make a start. Good afternoon everyone, my name's Jimmy Parvin. I work for the Kaizen Promotion Office, known as the KPO. I'm a physio by profession and doing a secondment at the moment, involved in what essentially is how we're looking to improve our patient experience through the trust. Appreciate you coming towards the end of the day of much things to digest and take on board, so we'll try and keep it relatively fresh. First thing I've got for you is a little video which explains the connection between Leeds Teaching Hospitals and the Virginia Mason Institute over in Seattle, who are supporting us with how we're delivering this improvement work, and also NHSI at a higher level nationally. So I'll run that for you and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Providing excellent patient care has always been at the heart of the NHS. Every day we strive to improve the quality and safety of care for those we look after. To support this, a unique partnership has been created between NHS Improvement, 5 hospital trusts and the Virginia Mason Institute in Seattle, known for helping healthcare organisations around the world create and sustain a lean culture of continuous improvement that puts the patient first. Lean healthcare is all about eliminating waste and ensuring that the right services are delivered to the right people at the right time. Using this approach has been shown to achieve remarkable results, improving safety and clinical outcomes, patient experience, and staff satisfaction whilst saving money. Trust staff from all professions will be empowered to make practical changes to improve services for patients and get the best value for every penny spent. They'll receive a wide range of tools and hands-on support from the Virginia Mason Institute, including coaching and mentoring, formal education, and certification in lean techniques. Over time, trusts will be able to train their own staff, creating a sustainable culture of continuous improvement. At the core of the partnership is a commitment for trusts to share learning and expertise with each other and across the NHS to help drive improvements further and faster. Together, we're on an exciting journey with an aspiration to become leaders in quality and safety, transforming care for patients and the experience of staff.
So Leeds Teaching Hospitals was one of 63 trusts that applied to be partnered with this work, and so we get the support, as I said, of Seattle, Virginia Mason and NHSI as part of it. So what's it about? Well, you'll be pleased to know that it's patient first. So we're trying to look at using data, using systematic tools to understand what's happening now in our hospitals so that we can look at how we make that better. Because if we understand what's happening now, we know what changes, or we can develop the changes we'd like to make. And it's really about you, the staff, at any level, any role within the organisation, which is one of the reasons we deliver it here as the first little taste of it, being able to go out and say, that could be a bit better and I've got an idea. And for the organisation to say, how can we help you develop that idea to make whatever bit of our process you're involved with better for the patient. This is about zero defects. So defects being a mistake that gets passed on and potentially has an impact for our patients. So we're saying that the only acceptable level of defect is zero. We're not interested in anything else. Until we've got no defects in our organisation, we're going to keep trying to improve. Same could be said about the harms. We're trying to zero harm as well. The method uses a disciplined time frame. So often with projects, time frames can slip, and this uses a discipline in terms of the way we set things up, the way we deliver the work. So we're always trying to make sure that we're meeting these boundaries of time. We also use time as a useful measure, because it's useful to understand for us about how long our patients may be in any part of our process, and then is that something that we can improve. We encourage participation and respect for others equals. So this is about everyone having a little bit to offer, to say regardless of your role in the organisation, whatever bit you do, there's still an opportunity for you to see a place that you can improve it. And sometimes that can feel a little bit different. So if we want to improve things, we firstly got to know what's important to our patients. And that's where the question of value comes in. Because what I might value as a patient coming through Leeds Teaching Hospitals may differ to what you might. So we really need to understand what value is to our patients. What things do we do that maybe don't add a lot of value, but we do them anyway because it's part of the way we've always done things. And in large organisations, there's always things we've always done. And this is about asking, do we need to do it that way? Is there a better way? Is this bit of the process valuable to the patient? Or would they quite happily skip it out and move on to the next bit? The easiest thing there to talk about is waiting. Rarely, if ever, is waiting valuable to a patient. So can we get rid of anywhere they wait? We want to make sure we see it from their eyes. So we've got to interact and ask our patients, what is it they want? So if we now understand what they want and what's valuable, we want to take out anything that doesn't add value. And that's where muda comes in. It's a good word. It's a Japanese word. It essentially means waste. So the Leeds improvement method is about removing waste at every opportunity. And it doesn't have to be massive. It can just start, and is best started just in small amounts. There's different types of waste that we can look for. Waste within defects, correcting complaints, things we've got wrong, for example. Waste of motion. I can't find what I need, so I've spent some time going down the corridor to try and find it or ask somebody about it. Well, that would be less waste if it was where I needed it at the right time. So having the right things in the right place at the right time can help us eliminate waste. Not having too much of things, or the classic of the person who's just in case. Everyone has a just in case person. The person you go to if you can't find what you need, they've always got it stashed somewhere. So we don't want just in case people. They're really useful, but we want things to be just in time, where we need them at the right time. Examples of that. And something like overproduction, which is where we do something but at the wrong time. So we've put a lot of effort into it, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just at the wrong time, not when it's needed. So we talk about different things with defects and targets. There's a few on the screen here. So we set ourselves targets, and we can be set targets. So nationally, the emergency care standard, for example, is 95%. Any thoughts on that as a number? Good target, bad target? Is it difficult? Yeah. Does anyone know if we achieve it here at Leeds Teaching Hospitals last time? There's a few shakes of the head. You're quite right, we didn't make it. Nor did a lot of the country. Huge demand on services at the moment. Does that mean it shouldn't be a target of 95% because it's difficult to achieve? Well, our method would say that's actually too low. The only target we should be aiming for is to see 100% of our patients get through our services in good time, not 95%. Because what about those 5% that were waiting? What if that was you, or your child, or someone you cared about, still sat there waiting after 7 hours, not 4? So we want to think about things in those terms. We cancelled 24,000 operations on the day a couple of years ago, financial year. 24,000 people who made plans to have surgery, who arranged for care of their dependents perhaps, who turned down work because they were coming for an operation And then, with good reason, no doubt, potentially, we cancelled them on the day. 24,000 people. So if we set a target for ourselves of 95%, arguably we've still got a few thousand people we've let down on the day. And what we say with the Leeds improvement method and here at Leeds Teaching Hospitals is that's not good enough. So until that number is 0, we're still going to be trying to improve. And all you guys, perhaps depending on where you are in the organisation, have an opportunity to contribute to that within what we're trying to talk about, this improvement method, where we're all part of it. Infections, another good one to think about what our target might be, where might we be set as a trying to achieve this, trying to achieve that. But really, the only acceptable number of hospital-acquired infections is none. So we appreciate, you'll be glad to know, here at Leeds and in the KPO, that people make mistakes. I couldn't find the induction thing on there. There's a mistake just at the top of my head. But what we don't want to do is pass on those mistakes so they become defects, so that someone has to correct them. Or worst case scenario, our patients receive that problem further down the line and they come and tell us this was wrong. So we want to set up systems and help improve our processes so that we catch things, because we will make mistakes, but we want to be able to catch them in the moment, correct them, and so they never become defects. And we can get towards our target of 0, 100% of the time we get it right. Okay. So it's just a whistle-stop thing about what we're about here at Leeds in terms of the way we want to try and improve. And the bottom line is that we want everyone in the room to be involved with that, wherever you are. And we want to help you do that. So we're building gradually from foundations. We started this work about a year ago. We were a big place, so we're trying to reach everybody. So you'll find, and put the page back in a minute, that the intranet site has where you can access 1 hour learning about this and a 1-day learning about it, and find out how you can become involved and see real life examples of how the work's been really effective here at Leeds so far, and what we aspire to do as well in terms of getting this message and method out there. So you'll have seen on the got a little flashy icon there. So we're slightly less important than Scan for Safety, but slightly more important than Hello, my name is, depending on your perspective. And that's where we are. So there's more information there. It's a work in progress. We've not got everything there yet, but please, if you're interested in how do you become involved, or you want to know about the work we've done, then you can click there on the intranet page and it'll tell you a little bit more about the team and our work. Okay, so appreciate you've had a long day trying to listen to everyone, so I'll close it there. Good luck with whatever particular part of the organisation you've come to work in, and if you're here again, the weather's not normally quite as bad as out of the window. It's better to be indoors today, isn't it? Okay, thanks for your time. I think organisational learning will come in. Yeah, here we are, and they'll close out for you.